Hello viewers, tutorial 8, question 8, and we're sketching the graph of y equals cosine of 3x plus 45 degrees for x being between 0 and 360. We then need to label all relevant points. Okay, so what we see there in green, is the graph of just y equals cosine of x. So what we've got here is y equals cos of x so far. Okay, so we need to work out what A, B and C are in terms of this sinusoidal or cosinusoidal function. So A is 2, B is 3 and C is 45. We are going to introduce these one at a time into our graph, so we're going to build up our graph that way. Starting with A, what effect does this 2 have? Well, the normal cosine graph goes between a minimum value of -1 and a maximum value of +1. So we double A means we double the amplitude, so this is just going to go from -2 to +2. That is the effect that A has on the graph, so now we've drawn 2 times cosine of x. Let's look at the value of B, which is, as we said, B equals 3. And that means it's going to go through 3 full cycles between 0 and 360, so that means that each full cycle is going to be 1/3 of 360, or 360 divided by 3, which is 120. So between 0 and 360, this 3 multiplying the x inside the bracket means it is going to go through 3 full cycles in that amount of space. So instead of just going through 1 full cycle like the green curve does, it's going to go through 3 of them. Okay, so we've drawn so far y equals 2 cosine of 3x, and let's label some of the key points that this red curve has. So each cycle, as we said, has a period of 120. So it takes 120 to get through one cycle. So it will complete the first cycle at 120 degrees. It will complete the second cycle another 120 degrees later, which will be at the 240 mark. So the first cycle is going to be at the halfway point at half of 120 is 60. 1.5 cycles at 180. 2.5 cycles halfway between 240 and 360, which is 300. And let's also work out these x-intercepts, which is, this will be 30, this one will be 90, that will be at 150, this will be 210, 270, and 330. Okay, so now we need to look at the value of C, which is 45 degrees. So what effect does that have on our graph? So if we work out what our phase shift is, first of all there's a plus inside this bracket, which means everything is going to be moved to the left. And how far is it going to be moved by? Phase shift equals C over B. Which is, in context of this graph, this will be C is 45 over 3 is 15. So the whole thing is going to be moved 15 to the left. So it's going to look something like this. Okay, so let's work out let's get the y-intercept, which is going to be, if x is 0, because for a y-intercept x is always 0, so we get 2 times cosine of 45 degrees, which is 1.41. Now all of the intercepts, all of these points along the x-axis, are going to be moved by 15 to the left. So all of these values, we're going to subtract 15 from them. So 30 becomes 15. This bottom out point will be at 45. This will be at 75. It completes this cycle at 105. This is at 135. Bottom here will be at 165. This will be at 195. Top here will correspond to 225. This will be at 255. This will be at 285. That'll be 315. And this will be at 345. Okay, thanks for watching. Over and out.